We're seeing a lot of families making a move from Orange County, Seminole County into Lake County. And maybe this video is going to help you accelerate your process to come to Lake County as well. Did you know you could buy your house without selling your current house first? Exactly. There's a few ways you can do it. I'm not sure if they are meant for you, but if you stick until the end of this video, you probably understand 100% if this is a strategy that you can use in case you don't want to lose your dream home or that dream lot from that specific builder you thought it was meant for you, right? And trust me, this happens a lot. Maybe it's a lake view that is very competitive, or maybe a house facing a preserved area, or you don't want to see a neighbor, right? But development here in Lake County is going so fast that sometimes people that are sitting on selling their homes, they're losing the homes they're dreaming of. And my main goal here is to make sure that you don't get frustrated with that possibility. My name is Pedro, I'm with eXp Realty, and today we're gonna dive into the 3 possibilities for you to buy your dream house without selling yours first. Let's dive into it. Before we dive in, I just want you to understand that this applies to every single family that is moving out from Orange County, Seminole County, Volusia County, so on and so forth, into Lake County, Claremont, Mineola, Groveland, Montverde, so on and so forth. All right. So here's the underlying issue. Whenever you're looking to buy a house, you're always counting on that equity that you have on your previous house, correct? So that's why people always try to sell first and then buy, because they want that cash to make sure they pay for a down payment or a rate buy down, or if it's a cash purchase, they just go ahead and make that payment. But there are 2 issues attached to that strategy. And maybe this is something that can help you accelerate the purchase of your dream home, right? You have to understand that we're talking 2 different timelines here. One that you control and the other one that you don't control. The one that you do not control is basically finding a buyer. They need to like the house and then they need to make an offer. You have to accept that offer. They have to go into inspection. They have to get approved from the mortgage company. You have probably to do some fixtures in the house for them to accept buying your house. And then you're at the closing table. But during that time, maybe the house you fell in love to, I don't know if it's in Mineola, Hills of Mineola, Wellness Ridge, or any other master plan community around here that is terrific, right? So what is the issue with that? These good houses, they don't sit around for that long, right? So maybe because of the market that we're in, you're gonna take more time to sell your house than for someone to go ahead and like the same house you liked from that specific builder. So how can you bridge that gap? There are actually 3 ways for you to bridge that gap, and we're gonna dive into those 3 ways one by one in this video. So if you're very interested in any of them, just feel free to skip the video and go straight to the one you like, and then you find out if that's for you or not. Option number 1, contingent offer. You can always write down an offer to a seller saying that you're going to buy their house if you sell yours, right? In my opinion, that could work, but in a very specific situation, very specific market, and very specific timeline. And for me, for that to happen, we need to be in 100% buyer's market. The seller needs to be desperate to sell their house, and the home that you're probably interested in should be sitting in the market for way too long. So nowadays, I don't feel like contingent offers are very usable, but they are there, right? There's nothing preventing you to make that kind of offer. And maybe if the seller is going through a very specific situation, he or she can accept it, right? So it doesn't hurt to try. Option number two is bridge financing. Surprisingly, not a lot of people know about the existence of this type of loan that mortgage companies can do. And basically, what it is that it pulls out the entire equity you have on your house for you to make that purchase. And some of the mortgage companies, they have an option for you to make no payment at all. And all you got to do is make the entire lump sum payment at the moment you sell your house. And they have contracts starting in 3 months up to 12. So this could be a great option for you if you found that very specific lot or house and you fell in love with the location, you fell in love with the house, and you are seeing competition. Again, not every mortgage company is the same, so they have different ways for you to make a payment. Sometimes, again, it's a lump sum payment, and some other times you have to make monthly payments. So it all gonna depend on two simple things, right? It's gonna depend on how much equity do you have in your house, and second, if you have the cash flow structure to make two payments at the same time. And last but not least, the third option can work in a very specific situation. And in my opinion, it's more about buying a new house under construction, right? So what happens is if you found that specific lot with a water view or a lake view or something that you don't want to lose, you make that first payment, you secure the lot, and you're under contract on your house and you have to go somewhere in case your house is sold, how in the world you're going to go to something that is not finished yet? So you do a rent back agreement. Whenever you're selling your house, you put on a clause where you're selling the house to the buyer and the buyer is renting the house back to you for a specific amount of money to make sure you wait until your new house is ready for you to move to. Sometimes, and again, this depends entirely on the negotiation you're going to have, but sometimes this new rent has to be the entire amount they're paying for their mortgage payment, right? So maybe this is slightly above the market, but again, you don't need to go anywhere. You stay in your house until your next house is ready. Now, before I let you go, there's actually two things that you need to watch out. The first one is the contingent offer. If you're doing a contingent offer, you have to understand that is the weakest offer you can ever make. So again, this will only work in a market that is favoring a buyer 100%. And the second one is the timeline math that you have to make on both sides, right? You have to remember that it's not always that both timelines are going to work perfectly, and you have to find a way to bridge that gap, especially if you're buying new construction. If you're going for a new construction and maybe the builder promised you to deliver your house, I don't know, let's say in May, and you have a closing date on your current house for May 31st and the house is not ready, now what? So it's just good for you to have those options. It's good for you to have those in your tool belt before you move forward with any decision about where you're going to go next. But remember, the one that actually is going to work for you is going to depend on your lender and on your equity situation. So you have to have all of that nailed down to make sure you finalize your strategy and you don't go over any type of stress. So those are the ways for you to buy before you sell. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I could deliver at least a little bit of value to you. This is what I do every day all day long. I know there's a lot of noise out there about great realtors and great gurus trying to help you do what you want and making you spend more money. But if you still need clearance, if you need some guidance with someone that is actually 100% true, regardless of your situation, regardless of what you want to do, feel free to get in touch with me. Link is in the description below. You can also scan this QR code here, and I'll make sure you make the best move possible according to your lifestyle, situation, and needs. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Pedro, and I'll see you next time.